Power, baby. I had not forgot us. 9 minutes late, but I came in just to see you. I'm so excited to be here today. I've been helping my girlfriend move. And this is what I want to say about life. When you have friendships, girlfriendships, and things of that sort, the Bible tells us in order to have a friend, we must be friendly. Not only to be friendly, but to be kind to one another, to always be there and stand in the gap for one another. For some reason, we don't do that. And so I need us to just begin to evaluate who we are in the society in which we live in. Because in order for anything to change, guess what? We've got to change our mind. We've got to change our concepts. We've got to change the way that we think. It is not just a black and white thing, or if we get into politics, Democrats and Republican thing. This is a human thing, human to human. Who are you in the society that we live in? It's all up to us. You choose who you are going to be. That's in business, that's in personality, that is in just everyday decisions. We have to make these decisions to choose to be better people, to choose to be human towards another human being, and drop all of this hatred and jealousy. And I'm just going to call it what it is, ignorance, because it's taught ignorance. That's what it is. It is only us against us. But if us be for us, who could be against us? We are all part of the same body. We are all created by the same creator. We are all connected in a collective mind. We are all that in a bag of chips as a collective and as individuals. So let me get into the individuality of every person. I made a video a couple of months ago, and in the video, and I'm going to repost it to remind you, in the video is water, but in the water, there's a drop, and every ripple is an expression of individuality, but we're all part of the same body. Nothing is separated. Everything is only separated within us, within our mindset. As a collective, just as a collective, this is only a suggestion, that we collectively see each other as equal. We collectively see each other as worthy to live, worthy to see another day, worthy to get it right. That's what life is. The you and I versity. We're in the university where we all come to learn. And the only way that we learn is through each other. And I'm a little hot, taking a little sip of my drink, drinking me some Arizona. You ever got me some green tea? Arizona is delicious. Thank you. So I'm not going to be on here much longer. But the point of individuality is to embrace yourself, to accept yourself, to be true to yourself. Because if you're not true to yourself, you can never, ever be true to another. Let people know if they put smiles on your face. Let people know what they add to you. And you also let people know what it is you just, that's your boundary. That's how you set your boundaries. That's how you begin to exert your presence here on this planet. By being the individual that you are, by showing your creativity, by showing the world that you have an open mind. And again, I keep saying, everybody says they have an open mind. I meet very few people that are very open-minded. They're open-minded when it comes to what it is they want to do. But as a collective, is that working for everybody, or is it just working for a group of people, or is it just working for you? And a lot of times people don't think outside of themselves. We were all created to be of service to one another in some form, shape, or fashion. You look at nature. Nature's in service to us. We don't have to ask the trees to give us oxygen. They do that freely because they love us. That's natural. Naturally, that's what we do. We are always here to embrace. Well, we got to get out of the society. Well, we got to get out of the ways and the taught behaviors of society of just being with certain cliques. Because cliques not working. Separation is not working. And I think Thomas Jefferson said it best, especially when I'm talking about politics now, that we would always be a nation divided. We will always be a nation divided. And to stand in the presence of that, you just kind of say it is what it is until we figure it out. It's only us that can figure these things out. It's only us that can ask ourselves the questions that really matter. Who am I? Why am I here? What am I to be of service to do? Am I doing the service which I was created to do? And not expecting so much out of others, because the people around you are only reflections of who you are. They can only how would you say it? They can only stretch themselves into another dimension only when they see that there's another dimension there. Think about it. Most people say, oh, opportunities come, one door opens. There's a multitude of doors that open. It's up to you to choose the door that you walk through. It's up to you to choose the manifestation which is for you. It's up to you to do those things. It's up to you to figure out, what am I doing? Why am I doing it? And is it bringing me any joy? Am I satisfied in my daily endeavors? Most people have such a struggle in their daily lives. Again, don't know how to live. Two, I know a lot of business people, and I guess it takes us to create and for it to come down so that we can properly create. We have visions, but we have no mission. We have visions, we have no purpose. And the purpose for a lot of people that I see is because they want to help so many people. But in the process of you wanting to help so many people, who are you helping right now? Or are you waiting for that moment for you to be able to help? Because you can help any time of the day that you choose. Anybody on the planet that you choose. Without seeking something behind it. Be open and willing to love the way you have been loved by the Creator. And know that everyone is valued, everyone is somebody in the eyes of God, source, the universe. Everyone is. And then you get into human rights. Everyone has the right to have a roof over their head. Everyone has a right to say what it is they want to say. Everyone has a right to do things like to protect their family and all of these great things. And we are allowing others to dictate to us our livelihood. Now, I'm not a fan of weapons. I'm not. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I'm not a fan of weapons. A lot of people are in jail because either the weapon made them a bully or they were so scared that they used the weapon and they killed another. Weapons give you a presence. Yeah, I got one. But when you pull the trigger, are you willing to suffer the consequences behind that? Most people just have weapons. And they're not thinking about if I pull the trigger and I'm nervous and the wind blowing and I hit somebody in their heart or in their head and I take their life, am I willing to pay the consequence of that? Because even if you don't, let's say you're standing in, let's say that you're standing in the right, according to the law, you're standing in the right, you protected yourself and you killed somebody. How well is that on your consciousness, do you think? If you've never served in the service or done anything in the service at all, and you are not a trained killer, for you to actually kill somebody, what do you think that does to your consciousness? Think about that. Think about what's the young guy's name? Just recently got a billboard here on Mine Creek. How? I cannot imagine that a community would sit in silence and watch a billboard go up and a life was taken. And I honor the young man's life. And I appreciate the person that put the billboard up to honor his life. I honor that because the billboard represents silence in a community. It represents violence amongst our own. It represents life being taken away from this planet. It represents so much. And then you look at how many homes that it impacted. Okay? Mother, father, sister, cousin, all of those people, friends that he grew up with, all of those people were impacted. And then you got to look at it from the other side because the other person is going to get caught. And then look how many more lives are impacted. Or let's talk about the little baby, 2-year-old got shot, young man shooting in the bathroom. Now, I don't know what your issue is. I'm not here to judge you. That's not what I'm here to do. But we're at war with ourselves. When your mind says it's okay to take a life, it's time to seek help. It's time to talk to somebody. It's time to talk to somebody when you go in the bathroom and in the bathroom, your mind says, start shooting. And it don't matter who it hit. Let me tell you a real life story real quick. Probably 2 years ago, I was driving cabs. A young man, he gets in the car. Him and his girlfriend, they fussing, carrying him. So he get in the car. I said, okay, baby, you get in the car. Y'all got to calm all that down. Well, she don't know me. I be done shot that place up. So I'm saying to myself, but ain't them your children right there? He was like, yeah, but I'll get mine. I have my sister, somebody come over here and get mine. Okay, so your children are valuable enough to live, but nobody else's children are valuable enough to live. That's the mindset. But when I said that to him, he thought about it. And before he got out of the cab, he said, thank you. Because I had never thought of it the way you said it to me. We're at war with ourselves, war with anger, because we feel a certain type of way. But you got to understand that your feelings are just that, how you feel. Is that your reality? It's only your reality when you accept the feeling as true. And that's when we have to begin to unplug. Unplug. Just unplug the televisions, put the cell phones down, and really think about what we're allowing to go into our consciousness. Because our consciousness is the most valuable thing that we have on this planet. Is our mind. And if our mind is not clear, We're in trouble. And it has been shown time and time again. Even in the Bible, that Jesus drew the line in the sand. So many people like to point the finger at others, never looking at themselves in the mirror, never looking at the impressions that they've left along the way. The sorcery and the conniving and the, all of that stuff. Have you really treated people the way you wanted to be treated? Anyway, not going to be in here long. I love you guys. And so let me go and pray this thing out. Our Father, we thank you for this life. We thank you for your presence in our lives. We thank you for opening us up so that we may receive a message from this message, that we may begin to see clearly who we are in society, that we may be able to change our ways so that we can all live in harmony with one another without worrying about, are you Democratic or Republican? Are you Black or are you white? Are you Hispanic? Are you this and are you that? It is okay that we are who we are. We accept ourselves just as we are. We thank you for nature and how we're all connected. Everything is connected and all is but you. We thank you for you being you to us. We thank you for the abundance of life that you give us, the abundance of breath that you pour into us 24 hours a day, even as we rest. We thank you for every footstep that we take and everything that we're able to do for ourselves, and not just for ourselves, but for others. Allow us to expand and grow, mind, body, and soul. Let it be wholeness, oneness within us all. And let us all work as a collective, one for another, creating things that help each other and not be jealous or envious of another's invention. Give us the mind to invent our own. Give us the mind to employ people. Give us the mind to spread the love, to share the love, and be the love that we want and desire to receive. We thank you for this present day, this present help, and this present prayer. Amen. All right. Peace out.